There are 90 days until GCSE exams, and this is what you need to do. I know that you want to revise, I know that you want to get good grades, and that's because you clicked on this video. All you have to do is follow some of these steps and your life will be a bit easier. Number 1, remember to take breaks. You need to rest. Have a couple of days to detox, get off your phone, watch Netflix, do whatever you want, forget revision for a few days, go outside, do nothing. It is important to take breaks, we all need them. I know there's 90 days until exams, but breaks are honestly so important. You cannot overwork yourself. My second tip is to do past papers. Now, 2022 examination advice has been handed out, so you know the topics that will be covered in your GCSEs or A-levels. Now, you need to go onto Physics and Maths Tutor or any other sort of website there is and complete every single past paper for the topic present in that exam board advice sheet. So for example, if your exam board is telling you that coordination and response will not be examined on, then forget that, don't revise any of that, don't do the past papers on that. Yes, you might have a 1 marker or 2 marker on it, but you might just want to read a few CGP books for that. Don't worry about it too much. What you want to focus on is the topics that will actually be assessed in your exam. So download as many past papers from Physics and Maths Tutor for the topics and complete them all. My third tip is to join as many crash courses as possible. Now, you can find these free crash courses in the description below. I'm actually running quite a few, so I'm going to be doing at least once every 2 weeks or maybe 1 a week. This week there's physics, which is on Thursday. It depends when I upload this, but if you click the link in my description for crash courses, they will be there. Some of them, yes, are £2 or £1.50 or 50p, but they are definitely worth it because the paid ones are interactive, whereas the free ones are sort of like a lecture. My fourth tip is to blurt as much as possible. Now, if you don't know who I am, you probably have not come across blurting before unless you watch Unjaded Jade. Now, I've taken a different spin on blurting. Blurting is basically when you brain dump a load of information that's in your brain at the moment on a piece of paper. Now, by doing that, you're testing your brain, you're using active recall. So essentially what you need to do is get a piece of paper in front of you, write down as much as you can remember of a topic. For example, let's say osmosis, diffusion, active transport. Write down as much stuff as you can remember from those topics. And then what you want to do is read a CGP guide or read your examination specification. Anything that you missed, write it down. Now repeat this process around 4 times until you basically memorize the whole topic inside out. Once you've done your blurting, then you want to do the past papers on those topics and ensure that you get above 85 to 90% on them and keep redoing and regurgitating those questions. So you basically get familiar with the mark scheme, you know the keywords, and you basically know what the words the examiner wants you to write. My next tip is about school. At school, you're probably getting to the end of your course. So my school basically did past paper sessions, or basically we just went through all the topics again, from this point. Now, you need to pay attention in these lessons now and talk to your teacher if there's something you don't understand, because this is the time you have to correct that. And for me, this was the time last year. I remember that I was so bad at moments, momentum, things like that. So I had so much time to work on those topics. Please work on the topics that you're struggling with. Don't revise the stuff that you're fine with. For example, for me, I was completely fine with the whole of the biology course, but I just could not get my head around osmoregulation, the kidneys, ADH, the whole negative feedback system. And I spent 2 weeks trying to learn that content by myself just before my mocks. And it didn't work. I got 0 out of 16 in that section on the paper. But after the mock exams, I basically asked my teacher for help. My teacher gave me help, and now I'm pretty confident with the osmoregulation kidneys topic, and it's one of my favorite ones because I just get it. Now, please use this time to ask your teachers any questions, basically get as much help as you can, because you might need it and you just want to get the best foot. You want to do really, really well in these exams. So yeah, ask your teachers for help. My next tip is to look at the specification. Now, this is so important. Make sure you get your specification up. In this case, it's probably the 2022 examination advice with the topics covered. Now, you want to get a highlighter and highlight each single topic, green, yellow or red. Now, green, you're confident with it, you've done all the papers, you're getting above 90%. Orange, yeah, you get it, you sort of have done a few past papers, you're getting around 70% and above. And then red is when you just don't get it, you can't do any past papers. So hopefully by this time you should be in the green/yellowy band. So work on those yellow topics or those red topics if you have any, because you want to crack down on the topics that you are not comfortable with. Because imagine in the exam if there's like a 12 marker, not like a 12 marker that isn't like a 12 mark question with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. And a topic like coordination and response comes up, which won't come up because that's taken out of like the AQA exam. Or let's just say plant hormones, that comes up and you just don't understand plant hormones, you don't know what auxin is, you don't know like your phototropic and geotrophic things. I haven't done bio in a while, but let's say you don't know that, you're going to lose 12 marks. So please learn the topics that you're not comfortable with, because otherwise it's pretty much useless. Now, once you're 2 weeks away from exams, or let's say 4 weeks away from exams, all you want to be doing is past papers. So at the moment you should be revising all your content, you should be sort of ending that process, and then you just want to go into past papers mode. There are like papers from 2011 to 2021 or 2021 November that you want to do. That's over 300 papers. And you want to try and do 3 papers a day. I know it sounds like a lot. I'm not saying you have to do it every single day. I did like 3 papers every day. I tried to until I needed a break or so. It's not so much when you think about it, because the past papers are basically going to be your form of revision. And you might be thinking, past papers are like 2 hours long each, that's like 6 hours a day of revision. No, well, yes they are, but no, you will obviously start to finish past papers really early once you get practice. I know the first time you do a past paper, it might take you the full 2 hours. Maybe the next time it will take 1 hour, 55 minutes. And so like this time last year, or a month, so like in March, I'd say, I could do a biology, physics or chemistry paper in around 20 minutes, just because I've done so many papers and I knew exactly the keywords that the mark scheme was looking for. Now on a 4 marker or a 6 marker, they're only really looking for 4 words or 6 words. For example, what is definition of osmosis? That's usually a 2 marker. You just say 1 mark for net movement, 1 mark for high concentration to low concentration, 1 mark for partially permeable membrane. You don't need like all the waffle you might be putting in. Or for example, one about the nephron and the kidneys. How would I do this? Why does urine change? This is going off the top of my head, but why does urine go darker in hot conditions? So what you want to say is, no, I've forgotten my bio knowledge. I think it's like ADH released from pituitary gland, collecting duct made more permeable, more water is reabsorbed, less water in urine, more urea and ions in the urine, therefore a darker, more concentrated colour. Along those lines. I haven't done bio in a while, so I think that's right. Hopefully it is. Embarrassing if it's not. Someone tell me in the comments if you're doing bio GCSE. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. It would mean a lot if you could subscribe. I'm so close to 12k subscribers. But yeah, see you in my next video. Bye.